Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4. And let's do a fascist United State with all the DLCs and we'll see how we go. So slightly have Senate and House support. We'll try and bring in the Silver Legion. We'll try and get Douglas MacArthur ruling us. And we could join the Axis. We'll see how we go. We are also doing non-historical AI too, so hopefully it's not too crazy and we don't get a massive communist or fascist or democracy blob turning up. Hopefully it's a little bit balanced, but they've reworked a lot of the national focuses and tech trees and stuff, so it should be a different run than what we used to. Okay, over 300 battalions, decent amount of divisions, 21 fleets split between the east and west coast, and we'll look to slowly start switching things over to fascism. Wait, oh, the Philippines is our puppet. Interesting. Now, I never knew this. The Philippines is just like a cluster of heaps of islands. I thought there was like a lot more connecting it. Yeah, like I've never really zoomed that far in on the Philippines before. Interesting to see. Alright, let's get things going, shall we? Okay, so gonna go down War Department now. Gonna go with range implementation. The classic electronic engineering. Basic machine tools 2. And construction 1. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Construction, we're building some civilian factories in Ohio. Production, focusing on rifles and support equipment for now. Trade-wise, we have a balance. Exporting to Cuba. 200 oil. 40 aluminum. Building civies in Virginia and New Jersey. Okay, that's now complete. Going down Warplane, and there's been a civil war in Germany. Oh wow. The German military junta facing the Third Reich. That's not good. So they're going to get non-aligned. Electronic engineering has now been complete. War plans. Okay. Mechanical computing. Still holding a lot of the support. Second naval treaty's been done too. More civies coming along. Slowly but surely. Okay. Going on to intervention into the Americas as we build up our supplies and logistics. Selling to Colombia at the moment on the international market. Intervention in the Americas has been complete. Now we're going to go down Air War Plane Division to help us out with air support. Okay, so the German Reich was annexed. They are no more. The German military junta now rule. Oh, okay. So they're going to go unaligned this run. Interesting. That division's now been complete. Going to go with War Plan Crimson. Just in case we need to go against Canada to the north. Will give us some really nice bonuses as we look to switch on over. Okay, so the Republicans have been elected with ALF. We have House support and the Senate. And if we want to go full fascist, we just need to get the Republican Party in. They all support populists and authoritarians, so why not? Let's do that. Look away and carve away rights, focusing on civilian infrastructure. Still for now at the moment. Building up our rifles too. Getting light tanks, planes, and the Navy flourishing. We're going to take territory soon, so we might as well build up our guard capacity. Okay, so the Spanish Civil War is now raging. And the Norwegian Civil War, really? Okay. Between the the People's Republic of Norway. So we've got a communist coup there. Okay, something to keep an eye on. War Plan Crimson has been completed. Now we want to move down to establishing the gold standard. That will help with our Great Depression debuffs. Treaty of Roma. Have they switched now too? Because... no? Okay. Thought there was some stuff going on. Oh yeah, there's a fight in the Baltics. Between the commies there. Okay. Now we're just going to adjust the compensation after the Gold Act now. Going to follow that side of the tree. Yeah. Replace the Great Depression. And now we've completed the Compensation Act. Moving on to America First. Get a new politician in. We get a plus 10% for daily fascism support. Okay. What are they called? The Groypers and the boys are now in. America First has now been complete. Let's extend the Chinese Exclusion Act. Okay, so that's going to like protect our trade balance, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're probably going to be supporting the Japanese in their conquest, potentially. Alright, we're going to ally now with the silver shirts, which are going to be our version of the brown shirts. Support those insurrectionists. Currently getting better quality artillery. Okay. Invite foreign support. We'll look to do that. I just don't know if Germany's going to support us, though, now that they've gone. Well, they're sort of in a junta, to be fair. Okay, so we invited that. And we're going to go send a diplomat, an emissary, a special envoy, as it were, to... not the German Reich. Oh, wow, okay. We've got massive Senate and House support, though. With ALF. I want to try and grant statehood to Puerto Rico and some of the others. We're going to switch things over to military production now, as we're in a new year, 1938. In February. Okay, the diplomat has arrived. And we're going to recruit the Free Corps there. Oh, there's a civil war going in Russia. The USSR facing the SSSR. Okay, so that's not good for them. Pakistan and India's been partitioned. Oh, they might go fascist too. National prosperity. So it looks like there's going to be a civil war, a commie civil war in the USSR. Germany might be quite passive in this, but luckily for me, it looks like Britain might be going fascist. Yep, so we've got our fascist demagogue in, Charles. That's what we want. Military and dockyard, yep. So, we're focusing on military at the moment, just double checking, yep. With Stimson. Oh, okay, so Poland is having a civil war between what? The fascists, okay. Interesting the USSR is like crumbling now, though. Oh, Mexico has gone socialist, so yeah, it seems like there's more socialism and authoritarians. So, granting that statehood to Alaska and Hawaii first, then eventually Puerto Rico. Okay. Moving down to honoring the Confederacy. As we look to bring in a military dictatorship. Then we can start going after more Mexican states. Canada, Greenland, Iceland, you name it. Those Canadian borders are just arbitrary anyway. Why don't we just take them? Okay, Austria is having a civil war. Okay, more communist uprisings. Seems to be quite a few of them trying to build communist utopias. Okay. And we're going to deregulate the banking system. Hopefully that doesn't turn into a crisis. Okay, so we're officially the American junta now. Oh, and the civil war has erupted between myself, the junta, and the constitutionalists too. Alright, we're going to have to go through here and fix all this up as best as we can. Okay, let's get things moving. And let's rally everyone up. We'll make plans and preparations to go north. So it looks like the state of Massachusetts is the first to rebel. So let's move the army north. Got a decent amount. We are going to be able to bring in Silver Legion shirts too, eventually. So let's roll on out. Douglas MacArthur has sided with us. Perfect. So firstly, we are the American junta. William Simpson's going to help us out too. Once we deal with this civil war, we should be able to go after Canada and the Mexican states. The United States of Mexico. Alright, so 24 should be enough just to go to the border there. We're just going to try and take Massachusetts. We should be able to with 24 divisions. Then we get another 24 here just to guard the rest of the states. Just in case there might be other states loyal to the Constitution. Probably focusing on the east and west coast though. Because let's be frank, the southern states are probably fully on board for authoritarian secessionism. Because I guess, like, in the grand scheme of things, the Confederacy wasn't too long ago. So the Second American Civil War. Alright, so Oregon. What is that? California have ceded. As we look to bring that army over. Wait for my generals too. Okay, so let's make a west coast front line there where we can. Okay. So 3 states have ceded. Garrisoning the territory in the lower 48 isn't going to work, I suppose. Still have Alaska and Hawaii, but it's not really state at this stage. Interesting that we're mostly not aligned. Alright, let's go with getting more Silver Legions in. Regional government in Puerto Rico and Hawaii. No, we don't want to do any of that. We don't want to let them go. We want them under the control of the American Empire. The East Coast joins. Okay, so Philadelphia is free. Look, we want to try and take that quick. Same with New York, Staten Island. Okay. So, bunch of states there. Baltimore, maybe. Okay. So, just gonna need to fix all this up because it's a little bit chaotic. We have to be a little bit careful because the supplies and logistics is going to be quite good that we've been building up. Would have liked to avoid this civil war fighting fellow Americans, but so be it. Alright, let's put a front line there for you, and we'll try and plug the west coast here. It's continuing to grow, so hopefully it doesn't. Just gotta go through here and draw things up. Partisan, okay. Oh. So the southwest. Oh, a bunch of the Midwest there is seeded. So what's that? The Dakotas, Montana. I'm an Australian, forgive me. I bet you can't name all our states. Or our territories. What do I want to go with now? Probably that. Privatize the TVA. Okay, so fierce fighting is happening on the east coast here. Philadelphia is still free. And now the plains in the west coast have really opened up. So hopefully there's no more seeding. So we have a bunch of free volunteers, Utah Legions, Silver Legions too. The 24 there. Alright, let's focus on the East Coast first. With 48 units. And then get the 24 on the other side just to hold. I think that's what I'll do. Focus on the key cluster of cities on the East Coast. Securing Boston, New York is going to be far more important than the Dakotas. And then we'll make a push for Cali a bit later. Okay. So formed up here now. Let's go with computing, it's fine. Okay, let's push into some of these free tiles here. If we can extend this front line too, let's do it. Austria declares independence. Interesting. Okay, we might be able to capture this airfield. That'd be huge if we could. Okay, so... Are we ready to push on some of these areas? Oh yeah, getting active sonar. That's not a bad idea. A little bit of naval stuff going on. Alright. Might be able to exploit this gap here with the border. Nice. The Germans want to give us some lend-lease. Go with improved radio too. Okay, a little bit of naval conflict going out and on. Okay, focusing now on the East Coast firstly, then we'll free up all these units. I will suffer some territorial loss in the West. It's fine. Just need to fix up my navy though too. Got some of the navy in Hawaii. Nice. Pushing north now though. Capturing that airfield is huge. We might actually be able to get all the way around the back of them. We could cut them off. That would be insane. Okay. They're really pushing towards Chicago and Kansas City there. Might be able to get to Boston though. If we're lucky. Thunder run to Boston. Might work too. There's not too many units down here and in the thick of it too. Nice. Oh, that's really worked well. Looks like the East Coast is going to fall to the Americans. What type of Americans are you? Exactly. That's the question. Alright, so the Boogaloo boys are going to win on the East Coast. Just want to try and crush and destroy. Armored piercing for the shells there. Nice. Only a few pockets of resistance here. Push up towards Toronto there. And then we've got them. The Mexicans want us to withdraw from the Caribbean. He's given a speech. The Mexican president. Okay. I can't afford a war with them, so... Unfortunately, Puerto Rico's going to get autonomy. Shit. Communist too, quite strong. Yeah, we can't afford to have a war with them. Because we still haven't won this one just yet. It's too risky. Damn, that sucks. Unfortunately, in this turn of events, Puerto Rico is no more under our control. We might be able to eventually take it back, though. I'm going to take these tiles over here before we look to push westward. As the East Coast has capitulated. To the American junta. Constitutionalists against us fascists. Okay. Only 2 units there. Probably need to move my air force around too. As I was focusing over in the east. Let's move it west. South Africa declares independence. Along with New Zealand. Previously. Yeah, it's because they're gone fascist. They're de-colonizing. The British, we would have forced them to anyway, even if we went democratic. Nice. And New England has officially fallen. Right, and we'll swing everyone over, and we'll try and focus on California and Seattle compared to the Northern Rockies. Yeah, unfortunately getting some convoys sunk there. Still good on the manpower now though. Let's merge the coastal armies up. Alright, so the Second American Civil War is holding for now. And we've got the West Coast Navy in Hawaii. Let's just hope the Japanese don't get any ideas. Try and bomb and destroy the Pacific Fleet. Okay, pushing in some areas, losing in others. Doing quite well towards the Montana region. Nice, okay, we might be able to get an encirclement there then. Got another 6 more divisions here, thanks to the Silver Legion. Let's bring them down to the LA, San Diego region. The Silver Legion. The silver shirts. Our brown shirts, essentially. Pushing through, what, like Nevada now? No, we want to go with mobile warfare doctrine. That's what I prefer. Okay. Gonna try and snipe Los Angeles from the northwest. Okay. Might be a gap here we can expose. No. But overall doing super well. Not much else we can do. Public order wise. More free dock lands here. Docklands, that's such an Australian thing. Dockyards. Docklands is a place in Melbourne. The Anglo-Italian Alliance, what? Hang on, there might be a, oh, we might be able to break through here. Here we go. Go, nice. We just need to find a hole in the line. We actually found one. Poland's been annexed. But looks like Britain's gonna go fascist. The commies, like in the USSR. The Ruskies are like got a full-blown civil war going on. But the other socialist communes around the world are doing a lot better. Nice, okay. So let's push up towards the Canadian border there. We might be able to get an encirclement here. Perfect. That's what we want. We want to affect their supply big time. Look, yep. We've gone around the back now. If we can take Seattle, that'd be perfect. To be fair, we are eating manpower quite a bit. Make sure we push here from multiple sides. Basic fortifications? No. We might just need to look elsewhere. Maybe get some improved light tanks. As it's still pretty early days. But World War II hasn't really properly kicked off. As Germany had a civil war and the Nazis never rose, so... Okay, there we go, perfect. So it's just been civil wars. Civil war in America and in Russia. And Britain being a little bit interventionalist in their former colonies. Okay, let's go with the Monroe Doctrine, because eventually we are going to have to do that. Still trying to push towards Seattle there and stretch the line. There's not much valuable territory up here. Just be eliminating American units. Yeah, they got no air support up here. So it's just surrounding these guys. Perfect. Crush them. Yep, now just really push for this. To get some more silver earths in. Yep. And then we'll try and chuck them towards this push. Oh, we already taken LA now. A bit the San Diego push. Nice. You just need to destroy and dissolve those units. Eventually we're going to need to get military police in too. And they're just starting to fold there. As their supplies and logistics are getting torn up. As the constitutionalists are falling. San Francisco. Still holding for now. Constitutionalists there. Nice. And that's it. We've won. We didn't even need to push it westward. Mexico's nationalized their oil. If we get American embargo, yeah, we can go after Mexico. So we'll use that as a justification to go after them. We get a puppet thing. The thing is, though, we want to try and support Britain at some point. But we just don't want to go diving into a war into Mexico just yet. Taking some of the border territory and maybe leaving Mexico City to be puppeted. Oh, okay, yeah, so they're fighting in the south there. But Douglas MacArthur is dictator. Okay. The trade's looking good. Probably need to do more production, construction, and then fix up our production. But overall, not too shabby. I'll want to try and rejig this up. But let's make plans and preparations to go into Mexico quickly. While the Brits are fighting them. And we've got a war justification too. We don't want that to expire. So let's head south. And we'll go to war with Mexico. We might even be able to join the Allies, funnily enough. Which is now a fascist entity. Yeah. Let's move you south as such. Yep. I wonder if there's going to be much resistance on that border at all. Need to fix up my air force too. Maybe try and consolidate it a bit. It's all over the place. We've got some pretty big airfields now we can control. Let's try and move them about. Provisional government in Panama. No, we currently control that. So, as you can see there, we want it. We do not want to give it up whatsoever. America reigns supreme. Hell yeah. So, for executive power, Douglas MacArthur is ruling. Yeah, so the Brits are at war with the Mexicans. Got a civil war there. China and Japan are at it, of course. As always, let's go with air supremacy. And we'll try and move things about so our air force operates efficiently. Oh, okay. So Catholic Mexico and Mexico have split up. Okay, interesting stuff. Well, maybe we just declare war upon them now then. Okay, so those front lines we built and moving about didn't even work anyway. So we're going to focus on the east more. Okay, let's look to do that. Interesting stuff. And the British Empire wants us to join the Allies. Oh my god, this is crazy. Air support running over the top. Ooh, okay. I think the terrain and the topography of this one is not the best. Alright, pushed over the border well. I think it's going to be a supply too. My Air Force is not operating properly. I bet, yeah, I reckon there's British fighter jets operating out of Texas. Poland and Lithuanian Commonwealth are at war with Soviet Latvia. So we just need to capitulate Mexico, then Paraguay, and the others will capitulate. Oh my god. Ireland, Paraguay, Congo? No. We will not join the Allies in that endeavor. Let's just do one war at a time. December 1939. About to go into the 1940s now. Let's reorganize and remove our airframes. But yes, cannot allow for a so-called socialist utopia down on the border here. Britain has taken Ireland. Good. All of the British Isles belongs to the British. And Ireland. Yep, let's go with some 1936 cruisers there. That'll be fine. Damn. Their balance of power is still holding. I just think it's because, it's kind of solidified. When they had a civil war, that's like solidified the enemy even more. It's Catholic Mexico. It would have been so much easier to take those lands. Oh, they're so close to capitulation now anyway. Looking to push here. Just need this last hurrah if we can. We need air support running over the top though. China has capitulated? Wow. Japan wants to send divisions? Sure. Jeez, far out. Just this last little push. Our manpower's gone shockingly bad. They're just holding here. I'm surprised they're still holding on. Catholic Mexico actually cooked us there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 tiles. We do have air supremacy over the top too. But yeah, it's just pushing for this last little holdout. Get more military factories in the Midwest where we can. The remaining in the East Coast. That should do just nicely. Nice, finally they capitulated, my god. Okay, so do I try and take Tinsel, California? I think so. It's going to look weird. I really should just make a claim for this. Unfortunately, Catholic Mexico is going to hold that. That's going to be a little bit border gory. That one down there, I think I want to core all this. And then maybe puppet that? I don't even know what that would be. Or maybe I just leave it to someone else. And I think we submit the demands on this. So a lot of countries do want to try and take it. Catholic Mexico mainly, but I will demand it because we're going to have a lot of the war score and bargaining power. So we'll focus on, firstly, securing these states. Demand. Submit again. We'll spend our political power and hopefully they back off. Continue to submit bids. So it looks like we're going to get those now. Especially those oil fields we can control. So we're going to extend our borders there. Yes, so there will be a Mexican state there. Okay. And then do I just want to try and puppet Bolivia? Like, I don't really care about some of this far-flung territory. Having satellite puppet regimes, like, sure, whatever. Might be able to get some military mercenaries and control their trade policy, putting in an American Bolivian government or a Chilean government or something. Looks like Paraguay, the Dominican Republic. Looks like India's somehow been drawn up into this too. So maybe India's going to be partitioned even further. So we'll try and throw some of these out. If we've got the money to do so. If not, we're better off spending it on ships. Oh, yep. So, like the Yucatan? There's like we're going to make like an Aztec faction there, sure. The central... Oh, yeah. So if we can like regionally administrate a province in India, that'd be good. Let's confirm an exit. I don't mind about that. 7 states. British took 14. Yeah. Oh! Wait. Canada's attacked me. I didn't even notice. My northern border is exposed. Okay, so we're going to have to run and rally north. Okay, so let's have a look at the governments we've managed to set up. See, the American junta in Bolivia. Okay. Oh, that's actually quite big. Alright, we'll be able to control their trade policy, bringing those guys under our sphere of influence and control. Yeah, so the British Union of Fascists rules. We can't leave their faction either, so we have been drawn in that war against Canada. Suppose the British Empire will help there. Soviet. Or here. I guess we have to beat Austria. And then we got like a Balkan war there. Alright, and then the Mayans there, they're back. Alrighty. War economy. Our flag's changed. Interesting, back to normal. Probably need to fix up all this too. Just because we've been doing back-to-back wars, we're sitting in a worse position than what we would be just sitting here in the Atlantic and just building up until we're ready for World War II. But looks like we're going to go back north again. We'll try and get some civilian factories built, but just having so many wars back to back to back is costly for us, to say the least. Might have been better off to get the RNG and not have that civil war, but so be it. We're going to have to swing north now because they're starting to pressure my northern border. So we'll move up here pronto and try and stem this and then stop it. Socialist Austria is backing them for some reason. So let's move everyone north and we'll see how we go. So it looks like the west coast is falling mostly. Okay, so this Canadian border is massive. We're going to have to focus on the whole border, but the capture points, Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto, 40% of Canada is on the eastern side there. And then we're going to have to stem any other units pushing back. Looks like we've got some Italian and Salvadorian forces. Oh, okay, so it looks like Britain has Nova Scotia. Yeah, right, okay. And some territory up there in and around Hudson Bay. The Canada Popular State. They've gone communist. Yeah, this is a really fascinating campaign because there are not many democracies at all. It is literally between communists and fascists around the world. There's so many commie countries and fascist. And Britain is leading the charge for the fascists. Germany is peaceful and neutral, just chilling. France isn't doing anything either, and the Soviet Union is stuck. It's not like all these communist countries are being supported by a great USSR either. They're all doing their own collective little communes, I suppose. We're going to have to rejig my Air Force too. We'll try and move that north. But so far, doing alright. The thing is, it just looks weird seeing America with so much territory that's not their chord. I'm just so used to seeing the US logo. It's just a little bit weird, but I think we would annex this territory into Greater United States, even though we should puppet elsewhere. We have set up some other foreign governments too, in Bolivia, South America, even India when it got partitioned too. Alright, so the Soviet-French pact, so maybe that's going to develop things. Moving up here, some Brits are holding towards Boston and Massachusetts. Yeah, so the Republic of Chile, we probably want to switch to, so it's currently on cavalry. We want to go with martial law in a lot of these. And no, I don't want to be called into the British stuff. I just want to try and deal with the Canadians here. And then I might just leave the allies. Pressure to isolate Panama. It's because we can take Panama fully because we hold the Panama Canal. It's pretty good for us to get our ships to the east and west coast quickly if we need. Alright, we're going to get our air support mostly focusing over Canada. And then we'll try and obviously incorporate it into the States. Okay, so our troops have made it here now. Slowly pushing on a couple of areas. Go with rapid advance. And we'll try and push up towards here. It's, yeah. As long as we can just push over the border quickly, we'll see how we go. I might need to manually drag some of this because it can sometimes be quicker when there's like literally no one on these tiles. So like, just do this. Does cost supply though, but I think after this war with Canada, we'll take a breather and we'll look to make some better quality divisions because at the moment we're just focusing on infantry assaults, grab a rifle and go. Haven't got crazy heavy industry or tanks and artillery divisions what I would like, but we should be able to make our industry so good once we've got all this territory properly cored too. That's another thing entirely. And then I guess everything else will just up it into this American empire. Okay, push towards Ottawa, yeah. So we've got the numbers here. It's just like trying to take these capture points. And it looks like we've got European allies coming in to hold. Yeah, so Toronto hasn't fallen. Probably need to take that airbase near Ottawa. Focusing on that one division there. Yep, try and push up towards this way. Nice, look at them go. Perfect. Quickly and rapidly advancing. Vancouver is now the new capital. Yeah, so maybe they're just so far in the north, potentially. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they was really focusing on, I need to go for Victoria and Vancouver there. Maybe they were really focusing on, the Brits in the north, which is quite funny. Winnipeg is now the new capital. The Winnipeg Resistance, who would have thought? Okay. Oh, they're so close to capitulating now. Hopefully I don't have to go and send troops all the way to Austria. That would be annoying. Okay, can continue to move north. Okay, the US troops are moving quite well. Push towards Nova Scotia here. And then hopefully we can just have a time of peace. Nice, Canada has capitulated. Perfect. And now it looks like us and the British are going to partition it for now. But to end this war, we've got to deal with the Congo and Socialist Austria. So what's happening there then? Why are they? Oh, it's like the Danube block. Yeah, right. Okay, so we're going to have to send troops over. That's so annoying. Okay, so I guess we make plans and preparations to move the United States Army to the east coast, and we'll get it to disembark in Italy. For us to take Austria fully, we have to get rid of Austria. Thankfully, we can move the troops into Italy because they're part of the Allies. Build some more military factories here. And I feel like after we've taken Canada, Mexico now... oh, I'm on strategic destruction. I want to go with battlefield support, actually. I think we'll take some time to build up our logistics and supply, and we'll try and overthrow governments elsewhere, I think. Okay, get everyone to move to Boston. It's going to take a little bit of a while to get here too, because our logistics could be better. We need more trains too. Probably need to fix up the navies too. We did manage to acquire some of Mexico's navy. Oh, actually, they're getting pushed out. I couldn't move our airframes over here, to be fair. That might be a smart idea. Swing on over the US Air Force. Oh, because Austria seems to be pushing Italy too. Yeah, so the Balkan Pact there, damn. Yeah, the Soviet Union is not looking good. And then we'll be able to partition the country. We'll look to try and annex the Canadian territory. Ethiopia's capitulated. I need to fix up my navies too. And then we'll try and make some higher tier and better quality divisions and just have a time of peace. Already the Civil War would be brutal for American industry and units. At least we've brought in 2 million, so we've got massive amounts of manpower. But then we've gone and fought Canada, and then we've gone and fought Mexico, and now we just need to build up if we want to do more regional interventionalism. I think that would be fun. We do have some overseas colonies too. Okay, let's try and get... Oh, wow, they're really pushing. Yeah, okay, we need to get over here quick, smart. The British want us to help us garrison stuff. I'd rather not give them manpower. I plan to leave the Allies, actually. Not particularly phased with those wars. So we'll get them to arrive on the east coast, and I think we'll just send them over as quick as we can. The Treaty of Riga. Oh. So the British took some territories there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame that we can't get these units over here quicker. They just have to go so far. At least we do have heaps of convoys, but yeah. Let's go with escort fighters. Oh wow, looks like Ukraine just got their independence. Interesting. Pushing through Gibraltar now. The African Union, jeez, that's who they're fighting down here too. Oh, that's what they've been brought in. Why is Estonia here now? Still need to get rid of Austria. Okay, they're holding in Venice, but they're just getting pushed here. Nice. So some of our troops have arrived. Let's make a front border there. We're pushing into this Alpine region. It's going to be difficult. The main thing would be logistics. Okay. We just need to stop Austria from pushing. We can't afford Italy to get... Oh, and they just capitulated. Oh, perfect. Okay. So Austria, Estonia, the African Union, and Canada. So we're going to focus on Canada, obviously. We want to try and take as much of the territory as we can. Okay. So, Britain and Italy have a claim. Britain's probably going to have the biggest claim there. I guess I focus on the East Coast territory, I think. Okay, yeah, that one's important. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see if Britain's going to allow us. I think that's our first lot of demands, and we purely focus on them. Italy's probably going to occupy Austria. Nice. So no objection there. Managed to take the crucial states there. Yeah, we want this. I think we just annex it. It's just going to look so weird if Britain takes some of it. Okay. Take some more land grab territory here. Yeah, if we can like get all this up here with near Alaska, that's what we want. Okay. Britain's trying to contest us. No, we want this stuff too. Okay, so unfortunately it looks like the half of Hudson Bay is going to be under their control. They're going to get Nova Scotia back. Okay. But yeah, we're still focusing on this. They actually might want to take parts of Africa and Estonia though, to be fair, the Brits. I'm not entirely sure. We'll continue to bid for the Canadian territory. Yep. Perfect. Just need to keep making these bids, I think. The District of Ontario, we're still bidding. Nice. So, that's Canada done. Oh, Italy's going to take that. Alright, let's just end it there then. Because we basically run out of points. So Italy took some. Estonia was annexed. Nice. Okay, so this is what we control. We couldn't get all of that little bit of Canada, but this is what the American junta owns. Ugh, a little bit border gory because of Catholic Mexico and the British there, but pretty good overall. November 1945. The Brits are still at their war, and I think we'll leave the Allies. That's what we'll look to do. Because they're going to be drawn into other wars. So and they're only at war with the Japanese at the moment. Oh, okay, there's this Balkan Pact, which I want to look out for. Yeah, I think we'll leave. Oh, because the Soviet Union has changed? And can I make... So I might be able to make a faction now with my puppets, surely. Maybe we have to wait. I'm not entirely sure. We don't have the national spirit to do so. Okay, so we just need to get that up. But yeah, we got American Bolivia here. Intervention mandate. We can foreignly influence some other countries if we want. Nice. Okay, but this is the world at the moment. The American junta. We've got a Paraguay government we support. Peace with Austria. Puppets in India. Oh yeah, we have what's this? Like American India there. We're just like regionally administrating some of these provinces. Yeah, so India's been broken up. Central Industry in states. Okay. Paraguay down here. Interesting stuff. Yeah, so we've got the Balkan Pact there with the French. Like Austria-Hungary's back. Ukraine. Crimea. Kazakhstan. Interesting stuff. Yeah, right. Okay, so I guess we just want to rebuild now. Maybe for a couple of years. We've had, what? 2 big wars. We did some interventionalism, and I feel like we need to build up better artillery divisions, armored divisions. We've just been brute forcing it with manpower. We do have a little bit of experience here now, but geez, we've been focusing so much on those hot wars. We didn't really have any peace or bereavement at all. It was just bang, civil war, which probably took a little bit longer than what I would like. Bang, straight into Mexico. Canada, and then interventionism. So we'll try and get these military factories going again. We need better quality supply too. But heaps of manpower in a really strong position here now. If we want to try and puppet Japan, or basically from now on, I think we'll just look to puppet and overthrow and try and govern a lot of territories in different spheres of influence. We could group on with the Brits, which are probably doing a similar thing with the Allies, but I'm not sure. We can always rejoin them at any point if we want. But, yeah. Just trying to get these guys back to America now. Yeah, some of those guys are still in transit. We might have to get docking rights again with Italy to try and get them back. Okay, going with atomic research too. Our rubber could be a bit better. And 72 factories. Now, I've gone through and made a better quality armored unit. Make an artillery unit too eventually. And we've spent some of our experience into better quality infantry. The Chester concession. The Americans... Oh, okay, so we can force Turkey to give us some resources there, because we came up with a deal and it's fallen through. Got a bunch of puppets here. American, Bolivia, Chile, Paraguay too. And we also have the ability to get divisions from them if we want. We've also got this Mayan faction here too. We brought back the Mayans, which is quite funny. And then over in India, when it got partitioned, we have Indore and Nagpur. So we've got two Indian provinces there, because the British and the Pakistanis took a bunch. So they are a minority in the subcontinent now. But it's February 1941. Wars-wise, the British and the Japanese are going at it. And the British and the Chinese to some extent. The world is split between the fascist allies, Germany, Poland going unaligned. The Soviet Union has been broken up. There's so many small kingdoms here. And we have obviously America, Canada, and a large chunk of Mexico. I would like to go after that split Mexico, but it's in the Allies. There is options to demand territory from various other nations, but we'll just have to see. Oh, wait, even like the far east of Russia is broken up too. Wow, there's like 3 republics there. It's absolutely crazy. Okay. So we can just justify war against Brazil if we wanted to. Okay, so we'll wait for this political power to come up so we can demand territories from Britain, France, Iceland too. Okay. So getting our military factories underway. Our production has been fixed up too. So I want to make high quality light tank artillery stuff too, because we haven't even got the support equipment. I haven't been, because the thing is, a good way to get army experience is actually fighting. You can obviously retrain your units, but then you expend equipment, so it's a little bit costly. Navy's all set up, same with our airframes too. In a really good position now though. Okay, so I'm going to demand Britain give us that Canadian territory. Okay, so we can get a war deck against them, but I'm going to say no. I don't want to go to war with the British just for that. Piece of Canada up here. It's not worth it. At least we tried, and I don't even know what the French have of mine. So, still slowly but surely building up. We left the Allies, of course. Germany at war again. They've declared war upon France. Oh, okay, they joined that faction. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it looks like the Balkan Pact now, with the help of France, is going to go after Germany. Damn. We've got a Scandinavian alliance that you can barely see. Pretty interesting campaign, this. Okay, so finally have an artillery division coming in. May 1941. Okay, let's demand... Yes. So this would be for Greenland. The United States has demanded Greenland. And we've got it. The fascist American junta now owns Greenland. Nice. Get those rare earth minerals. Get all those rubies that are hiding in there. And we've got control of the Arctic there. Damn, okay. So that worked out really well. You just need to ask. Okay, so Japan and the Brits are still... Oh no, maybe they made peace. This is... Oh no, it's the British War. I was like, I didn't see the Brits there. Oh damn, okay. Germany's about to crumble here so quickly. Czechoslovakia, Polish, Lithuanian, Commonwealth, France. Yeah, I feel like Germany threw their campaign. Had a civil war so early on and then basically didn't do anything after. Okay. Making 100 rifles a day now, though. Incredibly efficient. Do we look to make weapons 2 and 3? We probably could put some military staff down too. But the thing is with America, like, honestly, the thing is with Hearts of Iron, like, you're better off starting in 1936, demanding regions and territory, trying to avoid wars until, like, 1944, and then, like, basically steamroll other nations. So it can be quite... You can basically just sit here, wait 8 years, and then get into a fight. But you sort of take the risk in conquering territory early and stuff. Yep, so let's get the M1 Thompson in. Okay, so let's talk to France. They've refused our ultimatum. I don't even know what French territory they have. What would it... Sorry, American territory that France would have. I wouldn't even know. Maybe it's some islands in the Caribbean or something. But France has refused, which is fair enough. But working down these ultimatums now seems to be the play. Yeah, because we want to get to that carbine there. And we're making 100 now. I think we'll switch it over. It makes it more efficient, like slightly. But now we're only making 25 of those again. But what, like, I don't think we're really worried about rifles. Like, most of our rifles is the M1 Grand. We've got so many Irish and British weapons there too. Oh, I guess when Ireland got conquered, the Brits lend-leased a lot of that to us. Okay, so now we've got intervention mandates through the Monroe Doctrine. Do we start going around now and bullying some of these small South American countries? Do we go and get all of Panama, for example? Puerto Rico? Go around dominating our sphere of influence? Because we beat Canada back, we beat Mexico. It's securing this. Like, do we really want to go over to Japan? That would be the play at some point. Cuba. Cuba actually might be harder to take out than what you'd think, to be honest. Okay, so let's move our army south. Because I'm going to make plans and preparations to secure all of Panama. We've still got the canal. We could have given it back. But we'll drop our Air Force, our Army, our Navy there, and we'll try and secure all of Panama. Could go after Haiti. Oh, hey, actually taking Haiti might be easier than taking Cuba and then just going over. But then from Panama we could go up to Colombia maybe too. Might be able to make some factions now, I have to say. El Salvador, Equatorial Socialist Republic, American, Peru, Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is actually owned by Italy at the moment, which is funny. They stole it from us. Okay, so that infrastructure is now being built, and we can get more military factories around the place, which is nice. Sitting at 190 factories at the moment too. But an alright campaign. Turkey joins the Allies, that's kind of big. Seeing as I haven't played Hearts of Iron in a year or so. And I feel like there's constantly a learning curve. Every 6 months to a year of Hoi 4, like you have to relearn everything. A little bit annoying. Unlike CK3 or Total War that just doesn't get updated. And then some of the changes aren't even that game friendly or the best anyway. Alright, army's moving down south, or we can secure the Panama Canal. My atomic research has been complete. But yeah. It's just going to be, is it worth flipping all these South American countries? Because we'll see how we go here in Panama. But, like, we've got the Navy here. We've got the Air Force operating over the top. We've only got one tile. Like, trying to flip and logistically take all of these countries is easier said than done. South America is, along with China, an absolute terrible place to fight. Even with military supremacy, Air Force and Navy. So let's force that demand, and we'll get a puppet. Maybe go convoy raiding on the other side too, just in case. For Panama, and then we're going to be able to hopefully take it. So I guess we get one to go left, one to go right. Secure the air base there. But let's have a war against Panama. Landed in the canal. Let's take all the territory back for the United States of Fascist America. We've got Greenland. Let's go retake Panama fully. Also the first time I played Vanilla Hoi in quite some time too. So used to playing Road to 56 mod. Just so good. Okay. Let's wait for this to be done. 2 days. I suppose we could have timed it a bit better for our supplies and logistics, but I think it's fine. Okay. Let's declare war upon the United Communist Commune of Panama. Oh, I guess I can call in my allies. They might be able to run some logistics for us. Because, yeah, Chile technically might be closer to Panama than Miami. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so just putting in 24 divisions here. 22 infantry. 1 tank, 1 artillery piece. Air Force operating over the top. And I suppose we just don't draw a front line. We just give the command left and right. Try and battle these initially. Oh, wow, we probably can get night vision then. That'd be pretty good. And we'll make sure it's operating over Panama too. Air supremacy, convoy raiding. And let's grab roughly half or so of the infantry. And go east while the other army group goes west. I can't imagine we're going to get much resistance. Nice. So we've already just beaten them back there. And we're going to be able to secure Panama City. And then we've got the air base. So let's push right. Pushing over the river to the west is what's going to be tricky. But securing the capital and that air base quickly is probably going to be the deciding factor. My artillery piece is smashing them there. Right, and let's swing everyone around. Oh, and perfect. The United Commune of Panama has now fallen. I can puppet it, but we're going to take all of it under our regional administration. And the Panama Canal will have free trade blowing through it for America. Let's confirm. Yep. And now we've taken those surrounding states and we hold access there. So that means we can just go to Japan if we really need to.